Hello, everyone. Today is Saturday, June 15th, 2024 at 8:10 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. I don't even know if yesterday was a satanic ritual high day, but um I don't know if yesterday was a satanic ritual high day, but I had the harassment both online and in person was very heavy pretty much all week. So, um, yesterday morning, um, I think, I think I dozed off and slept and my sleep was spotty, and I think the sleep was like for maybe 1 hour. And the fake Darnell Williams Spurt was harassing me all throughout the middle of the night, um, like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and even 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to keep blocking him, and so I went to go. It was like 10 o'clock. The libraries were supposedly closed, but they had this one library. I found out that it was used as a cooling center for the heat. And I'm like, well, if I would have known that, I could have probably gone there if the buses were running. The buses were running, but it was I guess it must have been a Juneteenth holiday being observed yesterday. So I don't know if the Terrytown bus was running or not yesterday. But I went to go and for a late breakfast I had like just a ham and cheddar scone and a small bag of chips. And then I was trying to charge my phone, and then after that I was excuse me, after that I had tried to get lunch at the same place, and the two guys were rude and had an attitude with me, and like I saw gnats and flies touching the food, and I asked if I was trying to get like a certain kind of sandwich, and the guys try to get an attitude and say that no, that they cannot go, well, they just didn't want to go back and you know see if they can make me a fresh sandwich that has not been touched by the flies. And I noticed that there were flies all over the food up in there, and they try to make it like, oh, it's summer, that's normal. No, throughout the 40 years of my life, um if a fly or insects touch food, y'all have to throw it away. So I didn't notice it for breakfast, but I noticed it for lunch. That there were gnats and flies all over the food, like touching all on the food and all in the small little area where the food was at. And if it weren't for my situation, I would have got upset. And I did get upset, but I would have got mad and just up and left. But I was desperately needed to continue to charge my phone and stuff. And then instead of the sandwich for so-called lunch, excuse me, I had me some a tiny little container of oatmeal and some coconut water. And after that, I ended up having to go pee like every 5 minutes. Um, and like I had to make a, I'm sorry for TMI, but I had to make a bowel movement as well. Excuse me, and I took the last of the clay, the bentonite clay yesterday. And then, um, and I felt anxiety about and felt nervous about something else going on. Really nervous. Excuse me. But um but one of the guys that worked there, he was, you handling and working around food, and you got dirty hands and dirty pants. It's not like you work in the back and prep food and stuff like that. Um but oh, you're a cashier and you got a different kind of dirty pants. Excuse me. And the second guy that came on for the lunch shift, he pretty much rubbed me the wrong way, and it seemed like he was rushing me to. He got an attitude and was rushing me to order. But the reason why I don't, my mind wasn't that clear yesterday. But the reason why I initially was going to take an Uber to the hotel was because I kept on having to pee every 5 minutes. Maybe my body was detoxing. Excuse me, and all the excess fluid, draining from my legs and stuff. And my legs did feel lighter, like less weight on my legs. And so I was afraid that, afraid of trying to ride the streetcar and the bus. I was afraid of riding the street, having to pee every 5 minutes and, couldn't get to a bathroom. But, I'm glad everything subsided just in time. Excuse me, and I took the streetcar, and then I went to Dollar Tree and experienced what I experienced yesterday unexpectedly. Because all I was trying to do was get the things that I needed and then hurry up and get on the bus and get the hell on to the hotel. I was freaking tired. But I didn't realize. I guess I was grumpier than I realized, or moody or agitated and frustrated, and days of sleep deprived. So, I mean, those guys, I think they did what they did because they were. I figured that they were perps treating me like that. So y'all sit there and let every customer um buy food from there, and and with all the flies and gnats and stuff touching the food. But if I would have taken pictures or videos of the flies actually touching the food, they would have wrongfully banned or trespassed me from there to cover themselves, because I thought that would be like a food safety violation or something. And there was always flies and gnats in that place. Excuse me. So then when I went to the Dollar Tree, I picked out my items, and they had this person that was blocking my way on purpose. And certain, I don't even, as long as I was able to find what I needed, I was okay with that. But if I wanted to be nitpicky about judging what the store looks like and this and that or whatever, excuse me, they had like as if the employees are lazy and just put stuff on the shelves still in boxes. Didn't even take them out of the boxes and, stack them up like they're supposed to or whatever. Excuse me. But as I said, I'm not nitpicky like that. I'm just thankful and glad. I'm glad to have found, whatever I needed. And then they had a newborn baby crying throughout the store. It's a baby. Excuse me. So, as best as I can remember things, it looked like only 2 hours were open and the lines were quite long, kind of long a little bit, But I remember, from what I think I remember, they had somebody, I don't remember who it was, in front of me. And I started to put my stuff on the counter. And then they had this white lady and an elderly man. I don't know if that was her dad or granddad or whatever. Excuse me. All I know is the from what I think I remember, the cashier finished with some other customer or customers. I don't remember who it was in front of me. But they got on and left, and I put my stuff on the counter. And the lady and the elderly man, the white lady and the elderly man, it seemed like they weren't even standing in line. They just came out of nowhere and just started asking for balloons, like cut in front of me. I mean, cut through, in front of me to and I mean, they started asking for balloons. And then, like, the cashier, the one who stuck her middle finger up at me yesterday, that was the cashier. She stuck her middle finger up at me yesterday. Excuse me. And I had it's like I put my stuff on the counter and the cashier greeted me or whatever. And then right before she could start scanning my stuff, she just ignored me and just walked off and started tending to the lady that wasn't in line and started asking for balloons. She didn't even tell me anything. I mean, she just dismissed and ignored me and walked off to the a lady that wasn't in line and started asking for balloons and stuff. And so then I'm like, what the hell is going on? She didn't even say, excuse me, one moment, ma'am. They have these customers here that were before you and asked for balloons. She didn't say anything at all. She just, without warning, like after I put all my stuff on the counter and it got to me, she just dismissed and ignored me and walked off to these customers that didn't appear to be in line. And then she walked over to them and started grabbing balloons for them. And then she was telling telling the customers that they were out of certain balloons that she was asking for, and the white lady kept on hammering at number 533. And then the cashier was saying, well, I don't have number 533 and this and that, whatever. And so, like, the customers had like green and red and some other kind of happy birthday balloons. And I was like, tried to be polite, and I was nervous because I was afraid of missing the bus. And keep in mind, yesterday was a heat wave day. It was a heat wave day, and and I was sleep deprived. My anxiety was high, and I was just, anxious to get rest, needed to get rest. And so she, like, I asked, I was asking, like, how long is it gonna be? Because I was trying to be polite about it and said, well, how long is it gonna be? And I was trying to say, I was afraid I was gonna afraid I was gonna miss the bus. And so the cashier got gangster and ghetto and got a, disrespectful, cocky attitude, for no reason, and said, "Ma'am, you're gonna have to wait. I'm serving these customers, this and that, whatever." And so, the more, I was like, "But I have to take the bus." And, I said, trying not to miss the bus and stuff. And then, the more I was trying to tell them that I needed to get the bus, that's the more balloons that the lady kept, the white lady and her, that's the more that they kept. Even if it was our own black people, I would have, I say it for description, so y'all can get a better picture. If it was a Hispanic lady, I would have described her as Hispanic. If she was Middle Eastern, I would have said Middle Eastern. If she was Asian, I would have said Asian, But in this case, they were white. But if they were our black people, I would have said another black lady or something. So, excuse me, or if I would have described the lady as dark skin, brown skin, light skin, or the light skin pretty Creoles, or something like that. So, so then after that, yeah, like, the more anxious I got, and that's the more balloons that the lady started ordering. And then the cashier, she had all that space over there, and bumped in, like, got it, like, as if she wanted to bump into me on purpose. And with my OCD and everything, I started sanitizing or whatever. And she got even more attitude and said, well, she tried to say, I didn't even bump into you. I didn't even bump into you. And then she started to, get, try to somehow, oh, I don't have to serve you and this and that and whatever. And I said, well, she's like, then later on, she tried to say, I didn't bump into you. I brushed up against you. Well, you touched me. You had all that space over there while you walked so close by me. And she's like, I don't have to serve you and this and that. And then, excuse me, me and her got into an argument. And I paid for my stuff. She scanned my items and put my stuff in the bags, and I paid for my stuff. And she's like, ma'am, I paid on my debit card. And I don't know why I thought $14.81, but it was $18.91. And she's like, ma'am, here go your receipt. And, I was like, trying to hurry up and get out of the store. And then I noticed that her coworker, the other cashier, started meddling in and butting in and talking about rude people. Talking about me being rude and stuff. So then, I try to get my stuff together and gather my items, and then started to walk out of the store. But they were continuing to gossip about me and talk shit about me and stuff. So then I got my phone, and I try to put the camera on their faces, because I figure I already missed the damn bus. And then I had tried to show footage of, let people know who they were, like exposing other perps. So then the girl that had all those freaking kids, and then she had the baby crying throughout the store. It wasn't the kids' fault, but she was the first customer that tried to meddle in and butt in and try to instigate. Like, you got all those kids with you. You should mind your business and gather your kids and get the hell on out of the store. But no, you willfully choose to try to butt in, and then she tried to corner me against the ice, against the, they have these little, I don't know, big huge storage containers of ice, and she tried to corner me up against that, and me and her got into an altercation, and she had the newborn baby and all those damn kids. When I was trying to get the faces of the two ghetto perp cashiers, I tried to get both of their faces on camera. Excuse me, and then, when, and right before I started to film and record, the younger one that was the cashier serving me, she had she's like, you better not record me. I started filming and recording, and she tried to hide her face and stick her middle finger up at me. And so after that, the other one that butted in falsely accused me of stealing, and y'all saw everything else on camera. It's like they knew that they were exposed as perps, so they just try to make up and think up shit. And then I don't know if she took a quick filming or recording of me, excuse me, and then she was bragging and talking about, oh, I'm 33 years old, and I said, I'm 40 years old. I said, I'm 40 years old, and they were like, oh, I don't care how old you are, this and that, whatever, and demanding respect while disrespecting me and using projection and falsely calling me disrespectful. As gangster and ghetto as they are, I'm surprised they don't get fired. I paid $18.91, and then it's not that I come in there all the time, but that was like maybe my third or fourth, maybe fifth time coming up in there since being back in October, and I forgot they even had a Dollar Tree over there. I forgot all about it. Because I don't know if it was 2010 or 2015. The biological aunt, drunk lady Yvonne, told me about that location. But I was wondering why she sent me way over there when they had one by Tulane and Carrollton. They had a Dollar Tree over there. Or, I'm pretty sure they had some closer to the house where, Yvonne and Ramona and them, where they were living at, So, I mean, and then they had that man that started to instigate. He started to instigate and instigate and think the shit was, pretend to be a fake peacemaker, but being messy and an instigator, and laugh and think shit is funny. Don't you notice that every time I have an altercation with the gang stalkers, and like what happened at the hotel a couple of weeks ago, the one that they recently wrongfully banned me from, and there's always some instigator that's gonna laugh and think shit is funny. So, speaking of that, at the La Quinta and Metairie, where I was wrongfully banned from, 2 Mondays ago, and I forgot that the man that was instigating, he was instigating and being messy and getting gangster and ghetto, and you're a man doing this to a woman, and then after doing all that messy shit and stuff like that, being messy like a damn female, excuse me, and then as I was getting in my Uber, and and then he trying to say Jesus loves you and stuff like that, but he was trying to play psych games. But if you want to call out, oh, Jesus love you, then why didn't you well, if you wanted to meddle, put your 2 cents in and meddle in, why didn't you handle it in the biblical way? No, you wanted to be messy and shit, and think it makes you cover up your wickedness by trying to play sight games and talk about Jesus loves you and stuff like that. So yeah, that man was a customer yesterday, and he was older than me and all that, but he was trying to both instigate and be messy, and then trying to be a fake peacemaker at the same time. Playing sight games and thinking this shit is funny. And it's like, well, I got ganged up on by cashiers and customers yesterday. But as I said, calling them, putting them on film and calling them out on gang stalking. They just wanted to think up something quick and smear campaign and lie on me and say, oh, you stole and this and that or whatever. Okay, if I really stole, then don't you think I would have had something to cover up and hurry up and ran out of the store? If I was a thief and stole, why would I come back and try to put them on film if I was stealing something? And remember, that's part of the gang stalking, slander, and smear campaigns, that they lie and say that we targets, that we are thieves. I come in there with my book bag all the time and never stole anything. Always paid for everything. I never in my entire life stole out of any Dollar Tree. So then, when I told the younger girl that stuck her middle finger up at me, the cashier, I said, I said, all y'all going to hell. She's like, oh, well, you might be going to hell too. And this and that or whatever. And then she was like, well, why are you rushing me? If you were at Walmart, you couldn't do that, and all kinds of other stuff like that. But, as I said, it's like, why didn't you didn't even warn me in advance politely and say, well, I'm going to take care of this other customer that she asked before. But you left me under the impression that, I thought that they just randomly came out of nowhere and cut in front of me and just started asking for balloons. It's like, well, right when you got to me, I was surprised that you just walked away from the register and started just, airing up balloons and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I was already in a panic. And as I said, I was trying to get the items that I need, and they had this perp that was blocking me, and then she tried to bump into me on purpose. Or wait till I started grabbing items to act like as if she was trying to cross through to pass through the like, you strategically waited for me to start grabbing items when you could have passed through and walked through already. Damn. So, excuse me, I was already agitated. And I was the the first one standing at the bus stop. And then all of a sudden they had a crowd. And then everybody tried to cut in front of me and try to force for me to be last. And then the bus driver stopped, far away from me. He didn't even stop like at where the sign was. He stopped way back there. And then, so I was so agitated, I just got in front of everybody and just got on the damn bus. I was so mad, and then I rode the bus, and then I got off, and I sanitized my items, and then I like when I got off the bus and said thank you to the bus driver, he ignored me, and I was, and he was smacking his gum or whatever, but I think he was a perp too, but I came and got to this hotel, and well, took like 30 minutes for me to get away to finally get in the room and get settled. But the fake Darnell Williams perp, you know, he illegally found where I'm staying at and publicized the address. And was harassing me quite a bit last night, and he falsely accused me of actually stealing, and then trying to say, yeah, you're gonna get up the video tomorrow morning so that you can switch your story and this and that. No, I'm sticking to the story. But I said that I was trying to move the basket with my foot or whatever, and I wasn't trying to hit the innocent lady that had nothing to do with it. I was not trying to hit her or hit anybody with the basket. I was just trying to move the basket out of the way, and you know, but I apologized to her for it, and I don't remember everything else that happened. I don't remember what else happened. Excuse me, but I apologized to the lady. She said it was fine. I didn't mean it. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. And I apologized. I said I was sorry. I didn't mean to do it. So, um, you know, but yeah, as I said, me trying to, and the second one, the one that meddled in, the one that meddled in, try to, when I say I'm 40 years old, she's like, so what? I'm 33 years old. And then they're sitting there demanding respect while being disrespectful and ghetto and low class and ignorant. Just ignorant. Excuse me. So then after that, you know, I came here, finally got in the room. I took a shower, and then I was uploading the videos. I didn't realize until later last night that they had stains on the sheets on the other bed. I really freaked out. You know, I really freaked out. And so then I came and slept in this bed. And I was itching when I was in that bed, but when I came in this bed, no itching at all. I didn't no itching when I came here. And then I think I went to bed at 11 o'clock last night, dozed off, fell asleep. And I woke up at maybe about 6:30. But one time in the middle of the night, maybe 12, 1 something, I had to use the bathroom like once in the middle of the night. Excuse me, but I'm surprised that I slept good. And I think I lingered there for a while and then finally woke up at 6:30. And then I checked my messages, then went down to breakfast, and I just had like 2 packs of oatmeal and a couple of tiny little cups of milk, and I didn't even have the eggs or sausage or anything like that. I just had the just simply oatmeal and a little bit of milk, and then just went back upstairs, came up in here. Excuse me. And so I called the Dollar Tree. Nobody answered the phone. Hold on, I gotta pee. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, I'm like, my legs are still swollen, and I still feel some heavy pressure on my heart. I'm gonna try to call again. Seems like they don't answer their phone. Hold up. So they're ignoring the phone. See, that's bad customer service right there. Stupid bastards. So hold on, let me put my earbuds back in. Yeah, so they know what they did was dirty and wrong. So she just wanted to create a quick malicious lie. A quick malicious lie to cover up their gang stalking activities. So they just wanted to think of something think of something quick to lie about, and lie and say and try to falsely make it like I'm guilty of stealing. But it's like, y'all know I don't freaking steal. Because if I would have been a thief or stole, I would have been stealing shit. I mean, you want to know how many years I've been homeless for, and being homeless, never stole anything. But of course, being falsely accused of stealing shit, and they didn't even tell me what items I stole, because you're lying. You're lying. Excuse me. And I probably should have just took the receipt and took a screenshot, or I took a picture of the took the receipt. Mine was mainly after a while just trying to get the hell away from the altercation, and get on a bus. So I'm surprised I didn't have to wait long. Maybe the bus was a little late anyway. I don't even remember what time it was. All I know was like it probably was about it was right before 5:30 when the altercation happened. Because I was supposed to take the bus before that, the one that came at 5:10, but I tried to save money by just buying a little, the small little, I think it's Bumblebee brand of if not Bumblebee, then I don't remember, the small little tuna salad kit where you get like a tiny little container of tuna salad and then 5 crackers to go with it, and it has the little spoon in it. I got a couple of those, and I got like some kind of the caramel apple chips and some Nutter Butter cookies and some hygiene items, and excuse me, and then but I'm wondering if I would have got, but the other line where the other cashier, the one that was meddling in, that line was longer. And so, but if I would have gone in that line, I don't know if the situation would have been, if I could have just got my items and got out of the store and no altercation, no argument at all. But as I said, they caught me off guard without warning and disrupted, like, waited till I got up to the register then she walked off and started serving the people with the balloons without even telling me. Excuse me. And you're the one who got bad customer service, and then but everybody acted like they had a license to meddle in and gang up on me because they figure, oh, she's crazy, or and when people think you're crazy, they have zero respect for you and become more abusive and sadistic. So, you know, I knew I was just going to be here one night. And I figured I already needed to get some things from the Dollar Tree anyway. So I figured I might as well try to find, get me a couple of items for so-called dinner, you know, so that I wouldn't have to, order DoorDash or anything like that. Because I knew I was just going to be here, you know, one night. I mean, that's all I had the funds for. But, the fake Darnell Williams perp tried to harass me and falsely called me a shoplifter and falsely accused me harassing me and falsely accusing me of things and telling me you need to spend your money on this, you should have spent your money on that, or you needed to buy yourself a comb for your hair. And this is a white guy trying to pretend to talk like black people and trying to pretend to impersonate black people. And then try to say, well, you should have bought shoelaces for your shoes. And then he was started to say, well, you should have instead of spending $100 for a hotel room, you should have spent $100 on shoes. But then if I would have spent the money on shoes and not a hotel room, y'all would have falsely accused me of fraud and scam and trying to be like, well, you didn't spend the money on what you said you were going to spend it on. But tomorrow, I remember why I needed to get back online. Hold up, I'm getting on my other phone. So hold up. Well, I'm gonna need help, like big help, as much help as possible. Now I have like $20 and something in the bank at the moment and no cash at all. Um, Hold up. Yesterday they said it was supposed to rain all week, but let me see. It's supposed to rain really bad. Oh, so yesterday it said it's supposed to rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, it's supposed to rain every single day. But then earlier this morning, they said Wednesday and Thursday it wasn't supposed to rain. So then I refreshed it and it said Wednesday is supposed to rain. And Thursday it's not supposed to rain. And then it's supposed to rain every day except for Thursday now. But earlier this morning, Wednesday, it said it wasn't supposed to rain Wednesday and Thursday. So tomorrow morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning, the rain is supposed to start. And it's supposed to be like rain all day. Monday, rain all day, nonstop. Tuesday, rain all day, nonstop. Wednesday, rain all day until 7 o'clock p.m. Excuse me. And then Thursday, no rain at all. Friday, the rain is supposed to start at 1 p.m. through 6 p.m. And then Saturday, 1 a.m. all day long, all the way till 10 o'clock p.m. And then again at 1 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning and rain until 6 p.m. and then 30% chance of rain at 10 p.m. next week. And then 1 o'clock a.m. next Monday morning, not this Monday, and rain all day long. So and it probably could, change or vary or whatever, So, I mean, this is not funny. The online stalkers forcing me to stay out on the streets and make it like as if to have hotel room out of bad weather in the rain. They try to make it like that's supposed to be some luxury. But I need help with funds for a hotel or a week of motel or a hotel or something out of the rain, and plus food for a whole week, at least a whole week. And I don't have anywhere to go to be safe, warm, and dry. Um, I'm sorry. But so yeah, I'm just basically trying to survive. um and it's like the more dire my situation is and the more I need help, when I'm at my lowest, they attack and harass me even harder. So it looks like I have to be on the streets tonight. But I think I have one more rain poncho left. And in the situation with the when I was at Dollar Tree, it didn't even cross my mind to get rain ponchos. But when I was there the time before and I asked for rain ponchos, and I think they said they didn't have any. But I can't believe like nobody is answering the phones. Um, Nobody is answering the phones. So, what time is it? 9:01. Um, so yeah, like I was too, and I even warned, and the fake Darnell Williams the perps made sure to falsely give him 9 thumbs up for harassing me. But I'm gonna start telling y'all more and more that y'all going to hell. And just like y'all try to make it like as if I don't like something, you use it against me and start to hurt me more. It bothers y'all and y'all make it like I'm forbidden and not allowed to tell y'all going to hell. So I'm gonna remind y'all keep on doing evil shit, y'all going to hell. And so then the fake Darnell Williams try to play psych games, and he's mentally off, slow, and retarded, and pretends to fake like he's smarter than me. And nobody's gonna call him a sicko, but let me be the first to call you a sick person. And anybody who defends and agrees with him, y'all sick too. But y'all falsely say that I'm sick and crazy and deranged. I mean, I'm not following any of y'all damn fake advice. Like, leave me alone and back off. Stop trying to control my life. Stop trying to tell me what to do. So, as I said, when I was first made aware of the fake Darnell Williams well, not first, but like in the beginning stages, he would illegally call up my phone and sexually harass me and make sexual noises. And then certain people say, oh, just ignore him, he's an AI. Or ignore him, he's an AI bot. Well, if y'all so-called AI bots, y'all sit there and getting me wrongfully banned from places. So I need any and all the help that I can get. Like, I've been telling my situation. I've been, even if shelters were available, they refuse me services, and I'm wrongfully banned from a lot of the shelters, and they refuse me services. And also, I even try to call the Jefferson Parish homeless outreach in 1530 Gravier Street. If they would end up being rude and hanging up in my face and stuff, getting an attitude. Unity said that they didn't. They lied to me and told me that. Oh, now they're giving me the fucking hiccups. Unity, they lied to me and said they couldn't help me. But then they brag about how many homeless people that they claim that they housed. And then they think it's a righteous thing that they cleared homeless, the so-called last big homeless encampment downtown. Okay, where you taking homeless people at? You're taking them to secret FEMA camps and feeding them as McDonald's burgers to people? What the fuck y'all doing? Because you keep lying and saying you're giving homeless people housing and you're not. Instead of wrongfully punishing homeless people and trying to eliminate them and treating them worse than criminals, actual criminals. Why the hell don't y'all just help us get a fucking job? And the people doing the workplace mobbing and harassment, they should have some kind of punishment to happen to them. But no, they fraudulently and illegally get to keep their jobs while you get wrongfully fired and banned. And end up getting wrongful. And even if your neighbors are harassing you, the cops should, that ought to be a crime. And I think that if the neighbors bully you to the point of homelessness, you should be able to have a right to sue them. Or they should end up going to jail or prison for bullying and harassing you out of your home. That ought to be, if you harass somebody out of their homes, that ought to be treated like stealing. And for people to meddle in other people's business and for the sole purpose to get them in trouble, that ought to be a punishment for that too. But our laws and rules in America's society, none of them are God. None of them come from God. And when I woke up I almost forgot. When I woke up this morning, it dawned on me that maybe the fake Darnell Williams perp or other online perps probably played a fake prank to the police and lied to them and said that I jumped out into the water the other night. I figured, what if it was the fake Darnell Williams perp that, or whoever else, called the NOPD, New Orleans Police Department, and lied to them and said that I jumped off the out into the water. Because I'm the only, like, they came so close by me. Like, when I heard the sirens, and then I was the first, they came so close by me, and with the sirens, and I was the first person and probably only person that they asked. And then it wasn't even like on all the news networks. There were no reports on the news. So they need to stop playing these pranks and fucking games. I don't even have the money for shoes and can't afford shoes right now. I mean, I almost didn't have the money for food, you know. But I have enough to survive for today, just for today. But then I will have to ask for help again tomorrow. But I'm asking in advance today. I need any and all the help that I can get. Like, um, since I can't get the cheap $400 for a week hotels no more, I mean, I might need help with $600 for a week in a hotel or a motel, 600 or 700 for a week of hotel or motel, and also like maybe like 100 or something for food. But y'all gang stalkers, y'all are doing this to me. Y'all are doing this to me. But yeah, I'm gonna say, if I die out in the rain or get injured or something like that from the weather, then y'all got blood on y'all hands. Because if I try to stand underneath some property to stay dry from the rain, or I will end up going to jail for trespassing again. So, and this is what they're trying to set up. And they laugh the whole fuck. They're sadistic, fake, sociopathic asses. They fucking laugh the whole damn time. They think the shit is funny. And my twin sister's working with them and helping them. And the rest of the family gives zero fucks about my demise. They don't care about anything happening to me. But y'all call me the slow one. The one that's slow. I don't know if I'll try to if I could try to write some more short stories. As I said, I can't even make any money from my short stories or my writings or anything. But I would like to, I hope to try, try today. But I'm I mean, I don't know. I wish I could take a nap and sleep for a little bit longer. I wish I could sleep for a little bit longer and and then yeah, I'm still tired. And then take another shower. If I can sleep for a little bit longer and take another shower and try to brush my aim to brush my teeth and everything. Well, I don't mean to gross y'all out, but like last night, like the mucus started to break up and kind of clear out some last night. And then like when I blew my nose, I started to wonder if I had like any, like, I don't know if it was upper respiratory infection or any infection or something like that. From blowing my nose, it seemed like it was like thick greenish yellow snot or whatever. And I felt the pressure on my ear, and I started to wonder if I was getting an ear infection or some other kind of infection or something. But I do whatever I can to try to keep clean or whatever. Also, yesterday the ghetto cashier tried to be like, "Oh, you act like you don't want nobody touching you. I ought to be the one not wanting you to touch me." And I figure, oh, it's because I'm homeless, right? So that's why they were extra ghetto and disrespectful, because of homeless discrimination too. I may be homeless, and I'm not saying that I think I'm better than anybody, but I'm not one of those meth head or whatever other druggies. So, I mean, I stay off to myself, try to stay out of trouble, try to stay away from everybody. And and all y'all do is trying to ruin an innocent person's life for no reason because of lies y'all heard, and you maliciously create your own evil lies about me and play too many damn games. So, as I said, I don't think I need. I'm not saying I don't think I need a whole $1,000, but excuse me, like from with all the rain and stuff, I need help with at least maybe about $700 to try to. I mean, because y'all got me wrongfully banned from the cheap $400 hotels and motels for a week. So shut up. Shut up. And I'm not asking you perps for shit. Mind your business. Let me get off of here.